Very good. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Penny, and others, and everyone in attendance today. I suppose for 8 years, Program 2 has tackled a range of problems to advance the understanding of soil performance. Also thinking about the functions delivered by soil and how we can support land managers to optimise use and resilience of our soil resources and the systems that they have to manage. I'd like to acknowledge again, as Michael's iterated, the leadership of Richard Doyle in leading this program over the last 8 years, and I think I've got a relatively easy job because it's just helping to polish off the bits that have already been started. Today I'll leave the storytelling to our researchers and high degree research students who continue to provide and push the boundaries of technology, and we had some brilliant conversations yesterday with the HDRs really involved in the forward-thinking directions, and I think that's a really good outcome from the CRC. It's not that they've just achieved their PhDs, it's that they're looking at the new frontiers. But they're also thinking about how this technology is integrated into land use management decisions. Unless we put it in the hands of farmers, we've just satisfied our own needs. So we need to be actually focusing on that, and in particular, having trusted interpretations of soil performance metrics. I'd also like to acknowledge our invited presenters from Centec today. So we have Nick and Mark, who will speak on their journey and interaction with the Soil CRC, a really good story to tell in pioneering technology solutions such as the Bilby with some of the work from UTAS. In terms of Program 2, we have these key priorities, and these are the ones actually listed on the website, so I just won't do it verbatim, but there was a real emphasis in Program 2, in particular to develop tools that would allow farmers to monitor and assess performance. And the last bit I really like of that first sentence is take corrective actions where needed. We need to put the tools, the sensors, the technologies in the hands of farmers, not so it's just an interpretation, but so they can take the next step, because it's all about soil performance. We know that farmers need to measure things accurately and quickly to manage their soils. We're dealing with a whole range of different soil characteristics, different systems. Without this, and we also need these solutions to be within bounds of cost. They can't be prohibitive, and sometimes the results are varied. So our focus in the program is around metrics of high-performing soils. I think even yesterday we had a discussion, and I think even Lucas talked about soil health as being part of that narrative. Soil CRC will use that instrumentation, so we've got a lot of instrumentation. We see it with the VAS project. Sensor technologies being developed across a range of different projects, and analytic technologies on practical tools ready for farmers to use. In terms of the summary for 2024-25, I just wanted to flag that just in Program 2 alone, we had 19 participating organisations. We had 8 completed projects, we have 11 current projects, and we have a plethora of PhD students. And I was a little bit envious that when I was counting the PhD students, and so a little bit of boasting here, I think we had 10 out of 22 from Program 2, so hats off to all those who were here today. So some really exciting things coming out of the HDR students. So as Michael and others have iterated, please have those chats, reach out to the students, but vice versa, the students reach out to those that are in the room. This is out of date already. I presented it before some changes. So what I wanted to touch on is that we've got some really good research being presented today, starting with Peter Dalhouse with Visualising Australasia's Soils, and then it'll be Soil Sensing Technologies from Marcus Hardy from UTAS. We'll have a break, sort of a switch then to where we'll hear from Centec, which is going to be really interesting about some of the work with the Bilby, and then we'll get into the PhD program afterwards, so I'll touch on all of those aspects later. So at that point, I'll now introduce our first speaker. Hopefully this goes through.